Welcome to OpinionJournal.com. I'm James Freeman. What is the biggest complaint of American homeowners? Here to tell us is Steve Moore. He's the senior economics writer on the editorial page. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Hi, James.
Now, when we hear about housing, especially from politicians, it's a lot of talk about mortgages and whether they were suitable, but there's actually another housing issue that's gaining new attention.
Yeah, it's that property tax bite that people get each month, and it's going up each month at a time now when people's home assessments and values are going down. The story here is for the last 5 or 6 years when the housing market was really booming, states and cities lived high on the hog. They could assess higher property taxes because people were feeling the benefit of having higher valued homes. Now they've got this double whammy. The home price is falling, and yet the politicians in many cities and states are raising their property taxes, which is creating, in my opinion, quite a voter revolt.
Now, where is the revolt centered? What are the states where you're seeing this become a really big issue?
It's a lot of the very states that had the big run-up in prices. California, Nevada, Arizona, Florida, all of those states, the homeowners are saying, look, we're fed up. We can't pay the equity in our house is falling. At the same time, you're increasing our assessments. And the problem is that the assessments of the value of the house have not kept up with the decline in the values, and that's making big problems for a lot of homeowners too.
Now, we're seeing a lot of legislative activity aimed at helping people who are in expensive mortgages. Is there a lot of activity coming to the rescue of people who have taxes beyond what the thing's worth?
This is the irony, because if you've got people who are struggling to make their mortgage payments, the last thing you want to do is increase their monthly property tax bills. And that's what's happening is a lot of these states and cities are, in addition to people having a harder time paying their mortgage, they're also getting a bigger property tax bill. And that's unfair. And it's also why I think we're going to see in the coming 6 months a real revolt among taxpayers on property taxes.
Now, you mentioned Arizona. What is the status on the revolt there?
Well, this is a pretty interesting story. The legislature passed an extension of the repeal of their property tax. They repealed their property tax 2 years ago. They're statewide. The governor vetoed that bill to extend it, and so now there's a lot of anger there because people are saying, wait a minute, now we're going to be hit with a $250 million combined property tax bill at the same time. In Arizona, don't forget, James, one of the states that really been hurt by the housing crisis.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
And thanks to you for joining us at OpinionJournal.com. I'm James Freeman.